Welcome everybody to the Chess Lab. Welcome to episode 28 of Road to 2500 Lichess Rapid Rating. Let's go. I'm eating an ice cream because this is the schedule, guys. I have my water with me. Let's go. It's taking a while. And we have one with the white pieces. Let's go. One knight f3. Let's see if my opponent aborts the game or not. No, c5. Okay, with c5 we go g3. And here the main moves are d5 or knight c6. And they're probably going to play these two moves next, but maybe they go g6, maybe they go knight f6. They can play anything, really. Our idea, as usual, you should know it by now if you have been following some videos. Bishop g2, castle, and eventually strike with c4. Okay, knight f6 is not a big deal. Okay, my opponent goes indeed d5. They're still not threatening e5, so I'm in time to castle. If they play knight c6, I'm gonna go d4. Yes. Let me just think for a second. Is d4 the move, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Because this is now transposing back into the theory. We are following 100 Repertoire Soretti, the second course you see from the top. My opponent captures. This is standard. And here I think that, okay, e6 also a move that I've studied, but this e5 kind of forces me in a way to take. And now we strike with c4. So we have a reverse Grunfeld, where black has the center and we are attacking it. I have to remember that I'm not down a pawn. I remember I played a game where I was convinced that I was trying to get back a pawn, but no. I'm just attacking black center. This is all very standard. Bishop e6 is also very standard. And here, knight c3 is the move. I mean, it's not that now I'm in theory. It's just what else, right? The plan of this line, sorry if I'm not commentating a lot, but I'm also eating my ice cream. The plan is to put a lot of pressure on this pawn and this diagonal. On the previous move, if black took, already moves like bishop takes c6 are quite terrible. Queen d7 defends the pawn, but it undefends the knight. And so maybe a move like bishop g5 is already quite interesting. Like, for example, bishop g5, d takes c4, bishop takes f6. If queen takes, rook takes. If you take back the bishop, there is the fork. So after bishop g5 takes, they have to take back. But this allows me to play queen to a4, which just strikes this pawn. And after they defend, I have something like rook a to c to d1 or rook f to d1. And everything is weak in my opponent's camp. And I kind of like that, so let's go bishop g5. Well, let's calm down for a second and let's see if there is perhaps even better. Like c takes, pawn takes, and then bishop g5. And what's the point of that, you may ask? Well, I'm threatening to win this central pawn by taking and then taking here, and they can't really push because I just win the rook in the corner. So actually this is a very nice idea. How can they defend against it? I think they can't. I guess they can't. I guess they won't. And then I don't know the lyrics anymore. Or maybe they can play that. Yeah, but then I can play e3. Or even queen d4. So let me calculate this line. Bishop g5. Takes, bishop g5. e4. Takes. Queen here, which attacks this guy here. Bishop e7, rook a to d1. It feels like I'm gonna win some material. Rook here. If I brought the other rook, I could play this. Castle. Let me calculate in silence so that I can eat and calculate at the same time. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the pawn sacrifice. Or just winning a pawn, I guess. I'm not really understanding too much my opponent's plan, since here it feels like I'm just winning some material here. I'm gonna write on my water bottle today. I already drank one water bottle like this, which is 1.5 liters. So if I finish this one here, which is the second, is 3 liters today. Let me close the water bottle before I flip it to write down things. Okay, so here's not obvious how to take back. My instinct will be with the queen. On the other hand, I mean, bishop takes, rook d8, e4 looks extremely good. Like, unbelievably good. But then they castle. So queen takes or bishop takes, it probably doesn't matter, doesn't it? Do I want to go into an endgame or not? Opposite color bishops favors the attacker, but in the endgame it tends to be equal. queen takes forces the trade, and then I play e4, and I have a dominant position anyways. It's not easy, actually. There is a line, queen takes, bishop takes, rook b8, e4, rook takes b2, rook b1. Oh, but they can even just take on a2. And after I take here, they can block. I play rook d1. They castle. Yeah, that's not good. Bishop takes f7 though. King takes f... Yeah, that's not good. Do I take with the queen or with the bishop, guys? What do you think? Gonna take with the queen. Gonna take with the queen and just call it a day. Okay, if they take, I take. And rook b1, rook b8, of course. Now, do I want to play b3 here? I think I do. Or rook b... No, rook b1 is better. I think rook b1 is better, no? Rook b1, e4, bishop takes e4, bishop takes b2. Rook c1, castle. Rook c2. No, rook c7. Rook c7. Okay, I'm gonna go with rook b1. Feels a little bit more logical. e4 is the critical attempt here. And I'm gonna have a 4 against 3. I'm gonna take my time to write down these on the water bottle. So 22/4, 22 of April. Okay, and now I'm just gonna shut their bishop down forever, and I just have a very, very nice endgame here. I mean, this is so beautiful, guys. Look at this. My plan is very simple, to slowly march my pawns up. And that's it, basically. Perhaps targeting this guy, putting my pawns... I don't know. I mean, opposite color bishop endgames is not like the simplest, right? They can, of course, create problems and whatnot, but also... Yeah, of course they can create problems. The good thing is that, you know, I have potentially the a8 square, which is controlled by the light square. So here I can play rook f to c1, take. They cannot take because of checkmate. So I will indeed fight for the control of the open file here. Indeed. Take, check. Yeah, I have... my opponent has some bank rank issues, whereas I don't. Also, in many lines, I have to keep in mind that a2 stays defended, so this is something huge. If they take here, I'm gonna take here first with check. If I was to take here, then after this, I mean, I will say that I'm still better, but it's probably just equal. Even though I'm threatening mate and also rook b7 there, so there are threats, you know, that I have. It's not so simple. They play bishop to g5, which is a move. Rook takes b4. No. Just starting to make this pawn roll. I'm just gonna try to go for it. And of course they can try to, you know, go into, okay, so they say that this is equal? So they say that this is equal, really? Oh, well, that's something. I'm just gonna go here. No? I mean, they have to take care of this guy. Okay, they go there, but then I play this. Maybe I'm rushing, I don't know. I want to do this too, you know, just to make sure that I don't blunder the blunderous. Now I go here, I'm gonna go here and here. And maybe this is just equal, okay, but... You think that I blew it? You think that this is a draw? I mean, my endgame skills are kinda terrible, so it's possible. Wow, you say I blew it. Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely possible that I did. I mean, a6. I mean, they can play... They're probably thinking about h5, but... That's... Yeah, I think this is a draw. I think I just blew it. I think I just blew it completely. They're thinking about h5, but h5 is risky. h5 is risky. Okay. That's a move. Of course, they're attacking my pawn. But I'm just gonna put it on a light square. And if they do this, I have this maneuver, which was my idea. And now I can at least play a4. Yeah, this is a draw, guys. Unfortunately, I think I blew it. My endgame skills is... they are what they are. But this was very educational, because in many situations, you know, you win that central pawn in the reverse Grunfeld, but then black has some counterplay on your queen side. And an endgame like this is just a draw. I was over-optimistic, and that was by mistake. I'm sure this is one of those plus 0.1, plus 0.2 positions for Stockfish, but it's just a draw eventually. Okay, let me play h3. Yeah, let me play h3. I was about to blunder and misclick h4, but we don't talk about that. Yeah. Yeah, this is just a draw. There's really nothing to be done here. Yeah. He has to be careful on which diagonal he chooses, though. And it's actually not super simple, because I'm gonna try my things, you know? I'm gonna try my things. Yeah, he goes here. But now I go here. Yeah, he checks me, but now I go here and here, no? Is this, like, not good? Because now I'm gonna target this guy and... I may be losing this, actually. I may be losing this because... I have to be careful the king doesn't pass us through, because after I go here, here, and here, take is not... So I'm first gonna go here, consolidating a little bit here of this situation. I could try to get h4, h5 in also. Oh yeah, h4 is a nice move, or h4, h5, I really have to get it in. I really have to get it in. h4, h5, very nice maneuver. Yeah, I have to be careful. h4... I'm gonna go with h4 here. What if they play h5 themselves? Then it's just equal. No, if they play h5 themselves, I have bishop f7. No, I just take. What am I talking about? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna force them to ask to answer some questions. Also, there are some situations where my bishop can go here. Okay, but now my pawn instead of h3 is on h5. And I'm not against that. I'm not against that. But it really feels like this is just the most equal position ever conceived by any human ever. Yeah. My king can't really do nothing. Yeah, this is just equal. Well, this is an only move. They go here, I can go here. They just stay on that diagonal, I push, take, take, take. I go back. And this is forever equal. Yeah. Well, I have to try something, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna play this for the time being. And yeah, this is just a draw, isn't it? This is just a draw. I think I had a trick, perhaps, but not here. I had the trick, but I don't know if it was geometrically possible to push in this, but the king has to be like, let's say here, I push, they take, and then I push here. No, but they can always push and they stop me. Yeah, this is just a draw. Let's just equalize. I offer the draw. Let's see if they accept. Yes, GG. Okay. A draw is always okay, you know? Also, this was a quick game, so we're gonna make others because, of course, I wanna play today. I went to, I went to rock climbing. That's where I went to. I did some climbing things. It was kind of fun. And now I wanna play chess. Yeah, I'm sure I was better and whatnot, but I couldn't really find it. Yeah, we both played very well, but I mean, how could have I done it? Yeah, bishop e7 gives me a pawn, but here I should have played rook d1. I should have kept the pieces and trade like this. What? Yeah, but as you can see, it's like it's very difficult. And even here is like, here is plus 1.8, but again, this is some engine evaluation that you have to take with a grain of salt because I don't make mistakes, and here is plus 0.9. So without any inaccuracy, the evaluation drops by half. So yeah, if you're playing against Stockfish, you're probably gonna, I mean, you're definitely gonna lose, what am I talking about? But in humans' turn is not super easy. Like even this line here is like, yeah, you can take here, right? But still, I mean, of course, white is better forever, but it's not the easiest ever. And after that, it's just a draw. It's just a draw. There's not much to say about this endgame, it's just a draw. Also, other moves would have just been a draw. Okay, let's keep going. Nice game, I liked it. This time I typed GG because, you know, I didn't crush them. So... a draw is always fine. But I'm happy, you know, because like this is in some sort of a higher chess sense what you should do with white. You get a pleasant position out of the opening, you try to play it, and if it gets simplified into a drawn endgame, it is what it is, right? I guess to improve upon the game that I played, yes, I should have tried to pose more practical issues. I should have tried to not trade as much, to simplify as much. Perhaps that's where the mistake was. I should have tried to keep the queens on the board, all right, to make it a little bit harder for my opponent to simplify. I should check if, you know what, let me stop the research for an opponent. I want to see if I could have capture with the bishop rather than with the queen. I just want to see that moment, because that's very important for me to know. So before watching with the engine, in my mind, the answer is yes. I think taking with the bishop is also fine. Now let's find out if it's true. So bishop takes d5 is totally fine too. And yeah, I'm lagging like crazy. I immediately deactivated the engine. Okay, I should be back to normal. Yeah, so in theory taking with the queen was fine, but practically speaking, I should have taken with the bishop, again with this idea that if I take with the queen, it's too simplified. So with the opposite color bishop, the closer we are to the endgame, the easier it is for them to draw. So okay, an improvement in this game would be when you have two options that you think they are the same, but one keeps more complexity and you have the slightly better position, of course you pick that one. Yeah, chess is really complex. It's not just about, you know, the moves, it's also about thinking logically. But sometimes you think logically in a chess way, and sometimes you have to think logically in general, if that makes sense. Yeah, hopefully I'm not lagging too bad. I see myself lagging in the recording. Hopefully I'm not lagging in the video. All right, so we are searching for another opponent. 100k players connected for, what is that, 45,000 games going. 85-90% of those is probably either Blitz and Bullet. But here we are, the rapid players, and here we go again with the white pieces. Wow, hopefully we don't get aborted this time. Not that we got aborted the previous game, but you know. And okay, as usual, getting the knight f3, g3 setup. Knight f6, logical. c6, okay, here I just castle. And if they play bishop g4 or bishop f5, we are in the Slav setup. Proper Slav setup, that's very nice. But they play knight b to d7. Okay, so what do we do here? With knight b to d7, I think that this is a very, very unusual move order. And I think that here I'm going to go with d4, simply because with knight to d7 they're threatening e5, right? So, okay, let's take a step back. I want to make this video also educational for you guys. So, in this position here, I know two moves, bishop g4 and bishop f5. My opponent plays knight b to d7, so here I'm out of the book. But let's start to think logically. The knight from d7 supports the push e7, e5, which takes the center for black. I want to avoid it, and so I just play d4. And next, I look at playing c4. Of course, d4 plays against e5, that's the point. Now they play e6. So they have a semi-Slav structure with the two knights like this. This is, you can call it a semi-Slav setup if you want. And it's funny because against the semi-Slav setup, I can't remember what to do, but I think that one option was to go for b3, bishop b2, c4. There is a situation like this, but there is no way that's the case. No, there is no way. No, there is no way. It must be c4 without b3. Yes, c4, knight c3. b4, but what happens if they take? I don't know. Maybe I play knight a3, and if they push, I have something like knight e5, and if take, doesn't look right. I'm gonna go with c4, but maybe here they can just take. I think they can just take. That's why I remember also b3, bishop b2, but I can't remember where it comes from. Okay, they jump with the knight on e4. So perhaps they want to set up something like this. I already seen something similar here. What is going on? What is going on right now? I can play knight f to d2. And then something like f3, but this makes no sense. I'm just gonna... So when I don't know what to do, I'm just gonna keep going with my development. Noticing that there is a pawn here which is hanging, not now, but they can take, and then take here. Of course, a big idea is to play e4, if that happens, and to just take the center, but... So now I can play queen c2. They don't go for f5, they go for this knight thing. I can play knight e5 also. Queen c2 is interesting because if they take, I can always take with the queen, but then this comes with tempo. I can also play bishop g5. And if they take, I take, but I don't see the point. If I play b3, I lose the knight. I can also, again, yeah, play knight e5. Take, it's great for me. I'm gonna go with knight e5, bishop d6. I'm gonna go with this. Let's see. They moved their knight 2 times in the opening, so why shouldn't I do it myself? Also, you know, I'm defending these guys, so once they take, that's defended if I need to. So yeah. Okay, they attack my knight, and here perhaps is the moment to attack here. Or maybe it's the moment to play f3. f3, they take, because now they can't even go back. So they take, I take. And if they take... I can take... Their knight has to go back. I don't know, I take again? That's a weird position, but maybe it's okay. I don't know, what's a logical move here? Taking in the center, e takes, knight takes, pawn takes. Is this a good transformation for me or no? I can't assess that. So knight takes. What if I play knight takes c4? Knight takes c4. Knight takes e4, pawn takes e4, bishop g5, h6, bishop takes, yeah, pawn takes, yeah. What if I play queen c2? Yeah, queen c2 looks great because queen c2 adds pressure to e4, and if they play d takes, I'm getting away from knight takes coming with tempo. Queen c2 I like. I like queen c2. Queen c2 I like. I'm wasting a little bit of time, but on the other hand, positions like this can easily get liquidated, and if they get liquidated, then playing a few pieces on the board, it's a little bit simpler. So explaining to you queen c2 is a little bit difficult for me, and maybe it's not even correct, so I don't know if it's even worth it, but again, there were some lines where, you know, if a lot of these things get traded, this file gets opened. Okay, now it's a matter of how do I take back. I can take back with the queen, it makes sense, but I like my control over e4, and I also dislike that my bishop only sees one diagonal, so why not chew? Why not chew? And now I'm looking at two diagonals. Okay, now the idea of taking makes even more sense, because I can then attack this center, perhaps in a favorable way for myself. And, okay, they don't have a knight on e4, whereas I have a knight on e5. That's nice, to say the least. I can play bishop g5. They play h6, I would assume, otherwise they are in some trouble, perhaps. I can also play a very nasty move, which is knight d3 with the concept of playing bishop f4. Oh, that's a nice one, actually. Oh, that's a nice one. Ah, that's a nice one. I can also play c takes. Perhaps c takes after this. And then I push again. Is it possible? Possible. I don't know, I would end up with more space. I don't know, do I play rook d1 first to prepare it? Do I play rook d1, rook b1 first? To prepare all this madness? Difficult. They cannot easily develop this bishop, especially after rook b1. How do they develop the bishop? They kind of have to take. And after taking, they have to move this guy. They may move it here. And that's a little bit annoying. Not lying, that's a little bit annoying, huh? So maybe I want to play h3. Maybe I want to play bishop f3. So many moves. Yeah, take, knight g4 is annoying. That's an annoying move. How do I defend the pawn? It's not super easy. It's not super easy. Huh. What if I play rook d1, take, knight here? What's the difference? That I can take, they take like this, let's say, and I push. Take, yes, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so rook d1 kind of plays against that too. There are variations though, there are lines. Let's play rook d1. There are lines that argue against rook d1. On the other hand, it has its reasons. Rook d1 has its reasons. Just, you know, looking at the queen and making it a little bit awkward for them to develop. My idea is to wait for b6 to play c takes d5. You know, I want them to kind of waste a tempo. I want them to try to develop the bishop, to get hit with with then me taking. Because if I take immediately, of course, they get this diagonal. They get some squares. If anything, the e6 square itself. But if they play b6 with the idea of moving, well, first of all, they have to prepare it, because this just loses the pawn. But maybe they take, you know, and then they prepare it, then I'm gonna take or something. It's not super easy. And the double c-pawns have their reasons. Okay. Okay, so now I can play c takes d5. E takes d5. c4. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. That's a very complicated position. What do I do here? I could play bishop f4, I could play. Threatening knight takes, bishop f4. Knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. This feels all right. Yeah, this feels great. Let's go. Let's go with this move. Yeah, bishop f4, great move. Threatening knight takes c6. Threatening knight takes c6. And I want to simplify. Okay, they take. I can take like this, actually. No, but I want to get bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Is that a move? But it opens my bishop. Yeah, that doesn't look too good. It's possible that maybe taking for them is great. Yeah, maybe they can just take. Maybe they can just take. But then I have a4. a4, queen a2. Yeah, a4, queen a2. a4, queen a2 is not easy to meet. Okay, f6 is a weakening move though, so I'm not against that too much. Okay, and now I get to trade their good bishop. That's how they call it. So this is a tricky position. I can play c takes. They're gonna take with the e-pawn, I assume, and then c4, and then they can take. Oh, but then I play d5. Then I play d5. That's fascinating. Let's try to go for it. It feels like, or maybe I can play. There is also queen b3. Take. That's weak, but weak for what? No, let me take here. I'm going very instinctually here. Maybe I'm not approaching it too well. But I don't know. It feels like c4 is just a very strong move. And maybe this is just equal. I don't know. But it feels alright. So I can take. If they take with a pawn, they will have a weakness forever that I can sit on forever. But if they take with the bishop, I'm gonna play e4. They have to move, and then I'm gonna play d5. This feels great. Maybe I am over-optimistic again. Yeah, I could be over-optimistic again. Take, push, bishop f7, e5 with the idea queen b3, no? Maybe queen b3 immediately, take, attacking this guy, oh that looks good. Oh, queen b3 looks good, wait a second. Take, attacking this guy here. Defense, let's say, with this rook. And then d5. And then d5. If they attack me, I take. Queen b3, yeah, I'm gonna go with queen b3. Yeah, queen b3 looks fine. Queen b3 looks fine. Queen b3 looks great. It's counterintuitive because you lose a pawn with tempo, but you take on b7 attacking c6. It's a very double-edged move because, of course, maybe the c4 pawn becomes strong, but I'm noticing something which, okay, they play this, but now I can take here, right? And I can just sit on that weakness. Now I can take here. And if they take, I'm gonna take. Yeah, and I'm gonna sit on that weakness. Oh, but I'm gonna sit on that weakness now. Can I play e4, forcing the trade? Wait a second, I play e4. Take, and this is hit. They have to defend. And then I play d5, and I have a pass pawn in the center. But this feels wrong. This feels wrong. Okay, now what? Now I kind of want to take control over the c file. I kind of want to play rook c1. Yeah, I always have time for e3. So let me play which one? Rook d to c1. Yes, rook to c1. Okay. Now, is it time to bring my king forward or play rook b1? Because rook b1 has a threat. And then they take. And they can't really move up, or can they? No, they can't. So let me play rook b1. Maybe they can play this. Okay, they defend like that. Now, there are ideas like a4. Wait, a4, rook here looks good, but after take, and this, or they can defend like this. Okay, so let me play e3. Let me play e3. Let me play e3. Okay. Now, do I get close with the king? I kind of want to. a4, rook here. Rook here, pawn here. It's difficult. I may want to play king here. King here, rook there. Oh, this is difficult though. Should I play a4? Because they're gonna play rook c4 anyways. Rook takes, rook b5. This is such a difficult endgame. I don't like this. Well, if they sit on c4, let them sit on c4. What's the problem? Yeah, what's the problem? Let them sit on c4. Yeah, but I can't get to this weakness, can I? Takes, here, king here. Rook b3, check here, rook here, here, takes. Oh, we check. King back. Okay. I'm gonna go for a forced line, which may not work. I'm gonna go for a forced line that may not work. I'm gonna go for a forced line that may not work, but my idea is to go here to target this guy. They defend like this. But these allow me to enter with my king, no? I also want to play h4 at some point. I'm counting on the fact that if they come closer, I also have the option to just trade, but I'm not sure how good this is. Is it good for me to trade? And then I can play f3, e4, perhaps. If my king gets active, I guess that's good. Okay, now I can target these though. Check here, here check. Here check, move, here check. I go here, I should be winning. There is a line where I should be winning. Should be. Yeah, that's the problematic move that they have. And now I may be losing even. I mean, if I go here, they're gonna go here, and they're gonna win this pawn. So, that's not exactly simple. I may have to go to b2. I may have to go to b2 to kind of keep things together. But then they can play b5, and I feel like they are the one pushing. Yeah, I misplayed this. I shouldn't have entered this endgame. But okay, if I lose because of the endgame, I'm not too concerned, because I don't know how to play endgames, and I'm not studying them because I'm not interested in them, so it's fine. I mean, I'm not happy to lose, but I'm really not training the endgames. And this is where you see my limitations as a player, but I'm aware of this. It's just that, again, I have to finish the repertoire, and it's taking me months, and it's going to take me some more months, maybe weeks, I don't know. I'm approaching kind of the end, because now I also decided what to do from the white side, and wait, maybe I'm not sure if that's too good. Not sure if that's too good. But I have no idea, like, what's my plan? Do I even have active plans here? I don't even know what I'm trying to achieve. Am I trying to, like, go here? But that's crazy. I may want to try h5, h6. I'm gonna go for h5. It looks annoying. Like, if they play h6, I finally have a path. So h6 kind of forced them to create a weakness. And then I want to go a3. But they're just going to play g6. Yeah. Let me go a3. I think they are completely winning, by the way, but I'm just trying to, to create something. Oh, I have an idea. Yes. Oh, actually, no, I didn't want that. I was hoping that they push, so then I can sneak behind and take that guy, but I think I'm just gonna lose here. I think... Oh, I'm just lost. What am I doing? I go here, they push. I'm just that lost. I'm just that lost. Check. Yeah, I'm just that lost. This check doesn't help at all. What am I doing? Yeah, no, I'm gonna resign. This was a bad game. This was a bad game by me. I don't even know what I was thinking. I was just playing moves. What? But okay. And it was very bad from a while. It's like, yeah, it wasn't lost just in the end. Yeah, I didn't play like terribly. I just made inaccuracies, but quite severe ones, I would say. So here it seems like I'm having the right approach. Here I should have taken. I thought about it, but... And here I should have taken with the pawn. Okay, to force to open that file. Okay. But I was afraid of g5, but probably just ridiculous. Yeah, I should have just taken, or at least calculated. And this is just... This is okay. Rook d to c1 already a little bit. Yeah, and here I'm just... Yeah, here already, as you can see, this endgame is not that good. And here is really bad. Yeah, this is really bad. I went for this weird idea, and this is now just lost. Yeah, this is now just lost. It's just a bad endgame. The only thing that I'm happy about is that, hopefully I'm not lagging too badly, is that I realized that this endgame was bad from... Yeah, already here I said that this was risky to go into. Yeah, and here is when I started to realize that I was worst. I don't know when I said it in the video, but I started to realize that it was quite bad. Yeah, it's surprisingly tough to play those one knight f3 positions against strong players. It's really tough because, again, they're either dry or, you know, if your opponent doesn't like blunder or anything, there are many lines where it's not so easy to break through with one knight f3. Yeah. Okay, let's go. We're playing against a 20-60. Today I'm gonna play a couple of games, you know. Depends how much this one lasts, but okay, let's go with d5. We are following the fourth lifetime repertoire of Shankland Semislav. This is what I'm following. Okay, after c4, of course, we play c6, knight f3. On knight f3, what do I do? I think I play knight f6. I think that's my move, and if they play e3, I have the option to play bishop f5. But they play knight c3, so here we go classical with e6. Setting up the semi-Slav, bishop to g5. Okay, so on bishop to g5, I actually learned the Botvinnik system, which is taking on c4 right now. However, there is also knight b to d7, followed by queen a5, which would be the Cambridge Springs. And I don't know which one to play. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth, guys, I think, I'm like almost convinced, this is big spoiler, I'm gonna use this Semislav repertoire also as my main repertoire, like OTB main. What do I want to play in my main? Do I want to play the A6 or the Cambridge Springs? I think I want to play the Cambridge Springs because the A6, the Botvinnik, sorry, not A6, d takes c4 now, is just out of control. It's just out of control, but I know it better. At the time being, because I studied the chapter on the Botvinnik system. What am I talking about? Why do I call it Botvinnik? What's the name of this? The Moscow variation. I don't know why I call it Botvinnik. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, and here I think the move is b5, and then we go into the craziness. Let's go into the craziness. So yeah, I'm holding on to the pawn, and I counterattack on this guy. And here the move is knight b to d7, I think. It has to be, I guess, right? Knight b to d7, hopefully. They take with the pawn. Is taking with the pawn okay? Yeah, here I should know what to do. I don't know what to do. Is bishop b7? Is rook g8? Is it rook g8? I have no idea. And thankfully I said that I knew it better. Jeez. That's just That's just a little bit awkward. A little bit awkward. Maybe bishop b4. No, bishop b4. Bishop b4 is if they play a4. There is no need to play bishop b4. But what's the point then? Rook g8? Oh no, maybe queen b6. Or maybe it's queen b6. Or maybe queen b6 is the move. Queen b6 defends b5 and prepares c5 and stuff like this. I think queen b6 may be the move. I'm gonna go with queen b6. It could be wrong, but let's go with queen b6. I'm down a pawn at the time being, but it's not a big deal. Okay, there is this. I have bishop b7 and long castle here as moves. And then c5. I don't remember what to do on g3. I guess bishop b7 castle is good. I'm just gonna go with it. Yes, now long castle. Oh, I already played with this guy and we have a negative score. Okay, so this is the rematch. All right. There are some ideas of playing... Can't I play knight e5? Can't I play c5? No? c5 looks great. Knight d5. Oh, knight e5 prepares knight d3. Wait. And if they take, they lose their queen. Maybe they can sacrifice it. I'm gonna try to go for it. I mean, maybe that's just insane, but... Who knows? If I can get knight d3, I mean... It doesn't feel bad. And I'm gonna get knight d3, I think, no matter what. I think knight d5 was a nice move, and this is, of course, inspiration from Shankland's repertoire. It's not that I come up with those moves by my own. I mean, it would be nice to come up with those moves by my own, but let's also be realistic. And it's a very dangerous position. This is like... But this is not the problem of the Botvinnik. Why do I say Botvinnik? The Moscow variation. Is this the Moscow variation? What's the name of this? I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit... The problem of the Moscow is that there are certain lines which are very forcing, and they leave you, after you memorize like 37 moves of theory, I'm not exaggerating, there are lines that are way beyond 30, and that's not the hard part. Oh, that's the trick. Well, let me finish what I wanted to say. After you kind of, let's say, memorize those lines, you have the problem that you are left in a position which is like, you play half wrong move and you are dead. Okay, so here this is an interesting move. Whereas the Cambridge Springs is a little bit more chill. So if I go here, they're gonna push, and I'm gonna find myself in some trouble. However, there is a trick. I can play bishop c5 then. Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. They take, I take. There are lines like this. I think I'm gonna go for it. This is so awesome. So first of all, I can play c5 too. I can play c5 too, you know? And then they take, and then I take, and then they take, let's say, and I take, and they take, and I take, and I'm gonna get into d3. So c5 is a move. c5 is a nice move. Knight d3 is tempting, but c5 is a move. Yeah, it's a move of all time. Yeah, c5 is a move. You know what else is a move? Bishop h6 is a move. If they take, I take. But I'm not getting what I want. Because knight d3 they push, but then I play c5. Or even bishop to c5. I'm gonna go with... Do I go with c5? I'm gonna go with c5. Take, that's not good. Or is it? I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. I'm gonna go with c5. Super complicated. Super crazy. Who knows what's going on? But definitely an interesting line. It feels to me that their bishop on g2 is more important than mine on g7. There are crazy lines. Crazy lines. Where if they take, if I somehow move my bishop away, then I'm threatening this check and I'm gonna mate them here. So they have to think twice about getting rid of my bishop, but if they don't, I will. So, and then I check them on the light squares, and then knight f3, and GG. Or like Hikaru says, GG, why not? So I think they were counting on bishop takes b7, but it's dangerous. Okay, so they played like this. Now my idea was to just take back. Do I have something else? Takes. Oh, wait a second though. Wait a second. So what's going on? They just took a pawn. I can take their queen. They have to take mine. Let's calculate logically, please. I have this check. I first can take here. No, I can't. I have to take here. Yes, I take here. If they take with the bishop, they lose the game. Yes, they lose the game. So wait a second, there's a checkmate. Rook here, queen here, rook here. Taking with the bishop loses. They have to take like this. And then I check them here. They have to take. They have to. And then I take like this. But then they take here. And what am I even doing? What am I even doing with my life? But it looks unbelievable that I cannot win there. Oh, that's crazy. So, okay, I'm gonna go with this. And the queen's 8. That's of course annoying, but they take like this. Okay, am I missing something? I'm a little bit scared now. So again, I can once more take here. They have to take here. Then I take here. Taking with the bishop is losing, so they have to take with this guy. They can also take with the king, though. But let's say they take with this guy. Check, they have to take. And the bishop's hanging. But they can take like this. What's the difference now? There's no difference, it's just not good. Yeah, so I take like this. Okay. Well, if they take, I have to pre-move it. There is not much I can do. Okay, now there is this move. And here I was thinking I was doing okay. Here I was thinking, oh, there is a move. Oh, there is a move here. Oh my goodness, there is a move. Oh, there is a nasty move. Oh, there is rook d2 here. Oh, there is rook d2 here. Ugh. They have if they take, there is a fork. They have check, I have to go back. They can pin me and attack in this. But rook d2 is nasty. Oh, rook d2 is nasty. Ugh. I have b4. Wait a second. What happened on b4? Wait, I have b4. b4 is a strong move. b4 is a strong move. Where do they go? They go here, which looks logical. But then I go here, which looks even more logical. Then they go here. And then I go here. Then they take, I take. The position is crazy. I feel like I'm doing better. But it's not easy. It's not easy. It really feels like I'm doing better, though. Wait a second. Wait a second, guys. We talked about it. We talked about it, didn't we? What if I play queen c6? Hold on a minute. They take, I take. And if they take, check and I win the game. So after here, here, and here, they have to play something else. What if they play this? Then I go here, take. Yeah, they escape. It feels so bad for them. It feels so wrong for some reasons. It feels so wrong for some reasons. b4 looks so good. b4 looks so good. b4 looks so good. It feels like I'm winning this game, but I can't find it. What if I play knight d3? Very banal. Very banal, but perhaps effective. Yeah, knight d3 maybe is just the normal and the good one, you know? Knight d3, the normal and the good one. Knight d3, b3. Oh, I can just take it. Oh yeah, that's defended. Knight d3. Yeah, I'm gonna go with knight d3, okay? They can check me in a couple of points. I can also interpose with the queen. Take, and I just have the better position, I guess. With rook h3 also to follow. I think I'm gonna go with this then. Okay, a little bit perhaps anticlimactic, but I also want to make sure I'm like not losing the game, you know, because there are certain checks with the queen which are just nasty. And now I guess I'm threatening to go on the light square. See if the queen moves in a weird place. Queen h5 looks scary, let's say. Also, queen f5 is a move with the idea queen h3. Oof. They can also go check and then queen g2 or something, but nonetheless. Many appealing options, let's say, but a lot of them were not satisfactory. And my 3 pawns on the queen side, though, look so scary. And his 4 pawns on the king side, they look like they're never gonna do nothing. That's the thing. And if check queen c6 looks great. And now my queen looks also... I feel like black is much better, but I could be insane. Yeah, it's probably insanity to think that, but... Also, rook h6 is an idea, with the idea rook h8 and also rook takes f6. Everything looks so great. Knight f4 is an idea. And if they take, who knows what's going on those in this g file. Like, they may just get mated. That's such a crazy... Like, it feels like it's so dangerous for white. It feels like they play one move and they can just resign. Like queen c6 is a threat, with the idea, not necessarily a threat, but queen c6 with the idea rook takes h2. And again, if you take with the king, you lose. And I'm threatening mate. And f3 blunders the queen. It's a dangerous position. On one hand, you may think that they have to play queen f3 or queen e4, but if they do queen c6, and they really have to trade queens, it feels like, maybe I'm wrong, and then it feels like that endgame is just so good for me. Feels like the endgame is great. If they play b3, I always have b4, and then c3, and I have a protected pass pawns, a3, a5. No, but I'm just going to play c2, and then they have to give up the exchange to the minimum. But maybe I even have feather. And I'm pressuring b2, why not? So dangerous. No, but queen to c6 feels to be like the strongest option. Rook d4 also. Rook d4 also. But I don't know. Many ideas for sure. Many ideas for sure. Yeah, it really feels super dangerous for white, but it's not easy. I have to be precise. Chess, man. I have to stay calm because I really want to win badly, because this guy already defeated me, and also I'm playing with the black pieces. That will be like amazing to win and stuff, but this is when you start to make mistakes. The endgame is fine. I have to remind me of that. I have the better knight, you know. I have the better structure and all that. Like, just... There is an idea of strategically, but also tactically in a way, to play something like rook e1, right? Because there are some check and taking here, but it loses. But they can't because they just take it. So they can really play nothing. They can really do nothing here. b3 may unironically be a move. a4. Oh, a4. No, a4, b4. Psh. a4, b4. But then knight b5. Yeah, but then a6. Okay, rook there, that's logical. A rook there, okay. Can I play queen c6? I want to play fast. Queen c6 threatens rook takes h2. It just does. And after king here, rook check, and it's checkmate. So what are they gonna do? What shenanigans do they plan to do? b3? b3 again, I take here. They play this, take here. but then they're not attacking me anymore, and I'm gonna go here threatening checkmate first. That's one first thing first. I'm not threatening checkmate though, so they can check, take, check, here, check, move up. Ugh. So nasty. Check, take. I may be winning a rook in the end. I'm not sure if this is true, but I may be winning a rook in the end, so just gonna go for it. That's just ridiculous. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. Some nasty threats, nonetheless. Nasty threats, nonetheless. Maybe b4. Yeah. Can I play b4? Maybe b4 is a huge threat. Take. Knight takes b2. Wait, take, knight takes b2. A rook here, you say? But I have... Oh, I don't have rook d2. I have c3, I don't have c3. What if I play a6? What if I play b4? Take, knight's hanging. Let me think for a second. b4, what's the trick? They have to take my queen, or do they have other super sorcery tricks? No, they have to take, and then where are they gonna go? Yeah, no, that's great, because then I capture on b2. And then I can always play king b5 or something. So b4, right? b4, queen takes c4, knight somewhere, no, doesn't work. I'm gonna go for this. I think they have to take. I'm gonna pre-move it. Because if they take, there's nothing else I can do. Knight d5, queen takes d5. Okay. Oh, a4. Oh, there is knight a4. But knight a4, king b5. A b3, c3. A b3, c3. Yes, but now I have this. They have to play b3. Am I crazy? But now I have c3, right? And their knight's dead too. Their knight's dead, by the way. And I'm threatening c2. I think this is huge. I think I'm just winning. Knight takes c3, b takes c3, and I'm still threatening c2. How do you stop that? The knight and the pawn controls everything. I mean, this is just GG's. Of course they're gonna sacrifice the exchange. That's not the point, but they can't even sacrifice the exchange. I mean, this is more than that. This is just really bad. This is just really bad. It's not just about sacrificing the exchange. This is really bad. Exchange aside. I may even play knight c5 and go for the endgame. I may have knight takes f2, like, his position is so overwhelming. They have to play a move first of all. That's the first thing. Yeah, this is not easy at all. I can just sit on this position. I can play something like rook d5, rook h5 even. No, that's not good. Whoa, that's a move. So I can play c2. They have to move their rook. And they have to put it on a1. That's the only move. And then I promote, take, take, take. They end up in this position. And then what do I do? This is not easy. This is not easy. How do I win this? How do I win this? Do I play knight c5? That's actually a smart idea, perhaps, because I kind of want to do that. I can also play rook d4. They defend somehow. And then I play rook d8. What's the threat? What's the idea? Also, their knight is always out. I just double, and that has to be good, right? This doesn't work. This doesn't work. I think I'm gonna play rook d5. Sorry, rook d4. Unless I'm falling for a trick, but I don't think so. I just want to double. Not sure about this. So I can push here. They have to go to a1. What if I trade now? I want to trade now. Take, take. I want to trade now. Let's do it. Maybe I'm throwing it away, but I think I'm not throwing it away. Sorry guys if I'm not commentating much, but I'm kinda, I'm here a little bit rattled up. Because I think I'm winning here. I think I'm winning no matter what. No? Well, here I have to take. A rook here. And then I push and then I do this. And I can also take and bring my king in. I don't think they're in time to do anything here. It feels too slow. I'm threatening c2 at the time being. Maybe I miscalculate something, but well, it's not even about calculation here. It's just... Wait. Rook here. Takes, I win. If they move the king, I take and I push. And I'm just threatening to push, right? Or check here. Wait, check. If they block, takes, I push and I win. Check. They go here, I go here. And if they take, I win. And if they don't, I take and then I win. Is this winning? I think this is winning. Yeah, this is winning. If they take, I win. And if they don't, I take and I push because it's one square away. I think this is GG. For one move. I think this is GG. Yeah. This is over. This is over. This is just over. No, but I take. And I push, and this is over. Oh, this is unbelievable. I made it. Let's go! GG. What a great game. Wow. We win this. Wow. What a game. What a game. I am so happy. First of all, now we are 1-1 against this guy, because he defeated me in one game. I defeated him in this game. I don't know why there is another 1-0. I guess it's just this current game. So now we have an equal score against this guy. Also, I won with the black pieces. Also, I won against one of the strongest players that I won against, because this guy is at 2260. That was huge. This is awesome. And also I'm making back some points because I just lost, you know. I lost. Yeah, I'm still down 7 of the day, but let's look at if this guy is the strongest guy I beat, but I think it is. Best victories? No. No, but this is the second strongest guy I beat. This is huge, guys. This is huge. I've been going for 1 and 33. Let's play another one. Let's play again. Let's play again. Let's go. Let's throw some chess. Let's throw them. Wait, I haven't analyzed the game. Let me first analyze the game. I'm kind of getting excited here because we are playing chess. I feel like I'm finally playing chess, you know? This is the good thing about having a repertoire. You can play chess. You guys, hopefully you guys understand my point of view. It's like you cannot play chess if you don't have a repertoire. This is the way I see it. I know it's controversial, but how can you play chess? And of course you can play chess, but like, can you really feel like satisfied about what you're doing? I don't know. So here I wasn't doing all right at all, but positions are difficult. He should have captured and go for the queen sack. He should have actually gone for the queen sack, and my position is just so bad. Well, it would have been +1, and they would be down a queen for like the rook and the knight in terms of pieces and then some pawns. But it took like this, and now this is equal. This is equal. Queen e2 is wrong. Better would have been knight e4 and then queen c6, which I think I would have played because, I mean, it's logical. And here knight d3 is wrong. Better would have been rook d3. Oh, with the idea knight f3. Oh, it threatens checkmate. And knight d4, because if knight d3, then queen takes c3, rook takes c3, knight takes c5. Yes, but this looks scary, doesn't it? I missed that. I played knight d3, and I spent a lot of time, half of my time on this move. And now rook a to d1, and now queen c6, and here queen e4. That's the blunder. That's the blunder. And it's before the best move. I'm gonna turn on the engine, guys, and unfortunately it's all gonna lag. b4 looks like it's the best move. Yeah. I know I'm lagging, guys. I know everything is lagging. Okay, at 23. Depth 23 is not much, but is what we take. And b4, look at that. Queen takes, and knight a4 now is -4. Wow. And rook d4 is great. And here knight c5 is not that great. c2 was better. And then king c6. Yeah, the engine... Dude, the engine is just... I mean, these are lines that once you are a very strong player over the board and you have like 30 minutes to think, you can calculate, but listen. Rook takes, knight here, and here I should have played c2. What? But I played king takes e5, and here king f2 would have drawn the game. King c2 would have drawn the game, and here I would have been just in time to create counterplay. But they play rook f2, and this is losing. And I played okay moves. Wow, so they could have saved the game with c2. Yeah. But I couldn't find it. I'm sure, I know I said this for the trillion time, but I'm sure that my 2100s opponent of that fatidical day would have found it. But this 20 to 60 was too weak for that. And I mean, it's funny, you can take it as a joke if you want, but I mean it. Those guys would have found it. They found everything. So, okay, now we keep going. 4th game, I think, today. Many games today, wow. But I want to play chess. I want to play chess today. I feel like I'm playing well. Even though I lost a game, I could have, calmed down a lot and played much better. So it's a lot about the patience in a way. Okay, we are playing against a 23-14. This is so huge. The name of this guy is a little bit dubious, but nonetheless, strong guy. Strong player, I was about to say, and I kind of confused it. Okay, c6. So this is the Slav setup. Knight f6, we castle. And here, let's see if they move up the bishop or not. They play g6. Okay, so this is... I think we can transpose with b3, bishop g7, bishop b2 into some sort of a very passive Grunfeld setup for them, and then play c4 and try to fight for... Yeah, this is fine because they played c6, so this is fine. Okay. This is a little bit dubious, perhaps, from my point of view, but since they didn't play c5, d4, I want to go with the fianchetto, with the double fianchetto. Okay, now we play bishop b2, okay, castle, and here we go c4, right? I think we go c4, and if knight b2, d7, now d4, and we have a game of chess. And then knight c3 and queen d2, and yeah, we have the game of chess. They had d5, e5 ideas in a previous situation, but I want to go with c4 here. c4, they can't push, that's important. They play knight b2, d7, trying to go for e5, but they can't play e5 as of right now. So I can actually take. And if they take with a pawn, the idea was that they can't play knight c6 anymore. I think taking is actually okay here. If they take with the knight, we can take and get rid of their dark square bishop, which is important, and then knight here, and then perhaps e5. Not sure if I like it, but then I have this, take. I don't know. Do I play d4? Now let me take. Let me go for it. Let me take. Okay, they take back. Maybe taking wasn't like a great idea, but I went for it. And now do I want to play d4? I think I do. And I'm playing against their bishop. Let's go with d4. Okay, they play b6, but now b6 and this structure here is not that good actually. So I'm kind of happy of the opening outcome. Do I play knight c3 here? Yes, with rook c1 and knight b5 to follow. Do I play knight d5 perhaps? Perhaps I want to play knight e5. Do I play knight e5? Or maybe knight e5 on the previous move. No. No. This is good. Knight e5, take. I'm winning this pawn. What if I play first knight c6, bishop here, and then knight here? Takes, this guy's falling. I don't know. Knight e5, bishop b7, though. What do I do? I take? Why would I do that? Let's just go knight c3. Let's just develop a piece. Bishop b7. Okay. Knight d5, knight takes e5, pawn takes e5. Let's say knight d4. And I can't even take because the bishop hangs. That's why queen d2 is a move in those type of positions. Knight d4, knight takes, pawn takes. Knight d5. That looks okay, but then wait a second. Queen. I lose the queen. No, that's not good. What about rook c1? So wait, queen d2, knight e4, knight takes, pawn takes. I can't go to e5. But I can play knight to e1, attacking that pawn, which is not really under attack though. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, queen d2, knight here, queen f4 perhaps. Knight e5, pawn takes, knight here. I'm gonna go with rook c1, I guess. Gonna go with rook c1, bishop h6, e3. Okay, rook c8. Do I have knight b5? Knight b5, h6. Queen d2 now, knight e4, knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes now, and if queen takes, I actually have knight e5 this time, but take, king a little bit exposed. So let me calculate. Come on, be strong. Let's calculate. Queen d2, knight d4, knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes c8. And if bishop takes, then knight e1 comes with attack. It comes with attack. Yes. And it does. And if queen d2, knight e4 takes, rook takes, queen takes, then I can jump on e5, takes, rook d8. I have many moves. Let's go for it. Let's go queen d2. Let's go queen d2. Okay. They play h6. Now I can go knight d5 for some reasons. Knight d5, knight takes, pawn takes, knight e4, knight takes. So yeah, the idea is that everything is defended here. Okay. Pawn takes, queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes. What am I achieving with this though? Not sure what am I achieving with all this. So knight e5, knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes. What am I achieving? Knight takes, bishop takes. Oh, and queen e3? Oh, queen e3, yes. Wait. Knight e5, takes, here takes. I'm getting a little bit tired now, I realize. But it feels like I have a slightly better position. f5, rook takes, bishop takes, rook c1. I'm gonna go for it. Well, let me remove d takes c5, first of all. It's about calculation here, really, and I'm not even sure I'm doing it a good job. 23-14. I shouldn't see these guys as that strong because I want to reach 2500. But yeah, I feel like my rating in the opening is increasing, but my rating in the other side aspect of the game, and this is already middle game, is not that impressive, really. Okay, they stay passive in a way. They stay passive. Okay. And that's a way to do it. What do I play now? Do I play e3? No, because I don't have queen e3 anymore. No, I don't want to do that. Do I play h4? One of those space-taking moves? Or do I play rook f2 d1? Rook f2 d1. Knight takes, pawn takes, knight e4. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen here. Yeah, this looks great. Rook takes. There is rook takes. A bishop takes, queen move, rook here, rook here. This looks annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'm calculating certain lines. Calculating certain lines. They take, here we go. Should have removed it. They let go of the tension and now they play this. Interesting. Now what about e4? E4, bishop or knight takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. And there is like massive liquidations. I think I'm fine if I do that. Am I losing material here? Can I play f4? What if I play f4? With the idea e4 later. Yeah, why should I give up the pawn? f4. And I always have e3 or e4 to follow after. No? Kind of feels like that. Let's try to keep it together. Let's try to keep it together. Of course, this opens up a diagonal on my king, but you can't have everything. They play b5. They play b5. Oh, I have a move. Oh, I have a move. Ooh, I have a move, bro. I have a move, bro. I have a move. I have this move. But then there is this check, I guess. Oh, but this move also prevents this check because I have this. So knight here, pawn here, queen here. Queen here, queen here. I don't know if that even makes remote sense. What about e4? e4 is kind of my idea. Check, I move. They can't really take. They push, I take. I'm gonna go with e4 here. I don't see what's wrong with this. I don't see what's wrong with this. The move b4, the problem with the move b4 is that knight a4 stops queen b6. That's a big point. That's a big point. Queen b6 immediately, king h1. The b4, knight a4 comes with an attack on the queen. And so in a way or another, you're kind of annoyed by this. Check, I move to h1. I don't see why not to. Maybe I'm going insane, but... d4, queen takes, rook takes, b4, and everything's defended somehow. Should be fine. Threatening e takes d5 as well. b4, knight a4, it's tempo, that's the issue. And d4, I take it. Unless I'm missing something. And d takes e4, queen takes d7. Maybe my queen gets trapped. But d takes e4, I can also play knight takes e4. I don't have to... Oh no, I have queen e7. Okay, d takes e4, queen takes, rook c to d8. I still have queen e7. I always have queen e7. Okay, they do this. Now I take though, of course. Oh, and this comes with an attack on the queen. Yes. And if they take, I take. Yes. I think this is good for me. I think this is good for me. So knight takes, knight here. It's still good for me. It's still good for me. You know, aside from everything. They take like this, now what do I do? So if I take here, they take here with check, I lose the game. So I can try to take with the queen, they take, I take with the bishop, keeping the pin. I think I'm not losing yet. Yet. Because I think their grandiose idea was this, and then this, I think. But after this I have bishop here, maybe that's what they missed from the distance. And knight here, of course, just loses the game. Maybe that's what was missed. This is astronomically dangerous for my opponent, by the way. Like, things can go south very quickly. First of all, I have a threat, which is rook takes, and queen takes, which wins the game. I think. It's also dangerous for me. So I have to be careful. Wait. Rook c6. Queen f2. Oh, this is so nasty. Rook c6, because if the queen moves somewhere, I just play this. No? So rook here, queen here. Bishop here, queen here. What about rook here? This has to be crushing. This has to be crushing. What else is winning here? I'm gonna go for it. And maybe this is me hallucinating, but... Maybe this is me hallucinating now, but... Rook d6 looks so strong. Rook d6 looks so strong. It looks so strong. And I always have ideas like... Bishop c5 even. Ideas like bishop c5. Knight takes. Oh no, knight takes. Yeah, nothing. Don't mind me. Yeah, I have to be slightly careful, but... I think they have to be more careful. Oh no, it's winning in the end? Yes. Now, if I play the right moves here, I win the game, but I'm not sure which those moves are. So I have bishop d4. Bishop d4. I think I'm gonna go with bishop d4, guys. Just gonna go for it. Bishop d4 looks great. And I'm gonna sacrifice the queen. I mean, for 2 rooks, so it's not like the end of the world, but... Depends what they do. Because I'm gonna have bishop a7, which is... I think I'm just winning in the end. Sorry if I'm not commentating as much, but also, you know, tiredness and all that. And I've been playing for 2 hours. I'm playing against a very strong player. I want to make sure I'm not blundering. I'm playing also fast. It feels like my position is winning, but at the same time, it's like... I don't really see it. It's like, it feels like it's winning because their queen's hanging, their knight's pinned. They have too many issues. But I don't know. I'm not finding it, you know. I'm not finding it. Queen e2, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good. So what's the best way here? What's the best way? I want to move my bishop, defend the queen, reigniting the threats. Bishop g1, let's say. Yeah, but this doesn't work, or does it? So I kind of want to go here. But then they go here. This is not an easy position at all. What if I play bishop g1? They take here. I don't think that's very good. I just go here. I'm gonna go bishop g1. Hopefully I'm not missing too many things. This should be fine. Also, rook d2 is a threat. Rook d2 may as well trap their queen. I'm too... My brain is too, you know, scattered to like come up with trapping queens and stuff, but it feels like they should work somehow. So rook d6, rook takes d6, queen takes d6. I'm attacking the rook. The rook moves anywhere, and then now rook d1 doesn't trap the queen. They have queen e1 and stuff. So that's something. It's annoying. So rook d6. Do they have to play rook takes? Not really. It feels super winning. It feels super winning. So I'm gonna go for it. It just feels super winning. It just feels crazily super winning. Bishop here feels so good. It feels like they can't move a muscle. I can also go something like this. I'm defending b3, that's the instinct, the first thing. I also want to go rook c7 and rook takes f7. It feels like this is winning, but it's so difficult. But I think it's more difficult for them. That's one thing to say. For sure it's more difficult for them. How can they even begin to thinking about untangling? Also, I think I'm just gonna go rook c8, bishop to c5, and if they start to check me, I just have king g2, king h3. And, I mean, no? h5. h5. Now the question is, what happens if I play rook to c7? They play king h7, I play rook takes. And they're still completely stuck. King h6. This looks tough, huh? I even have this with the idea of checking and stuff. This is so difficult. I don't see the problem with rook c7. Queen a5, rook takes, queen takes, check. So rook here, queen a5, rook takes, queen takes, check. It's over. Yeah, it's just over. Okay, but now I take this. Again, sorry guys if I'm not the greatest commentator in the world right now, but I am, of course, under some serious pressure. So I want to go bishop e3, which looks just catastrophically devastating. They can move the knight. They can't move the bishop. If they check me, I move up. If they check me again, I just go to h3. I'm gonna go for it. If I lose, I'm gonna be... If I lose, I'm gonna feel a lot of pain on this one. Holy shit, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I go here, check in all of these three places. Check in all of these three places. And I'm gonna go to h3. Check in all of these three places. Jeez. The tension I'm feeling is through the roof. The tension I'm feeling is through the freaking roof. This has to be losing. But maybe it's not. Oh, check, they just take this guy. So I have to move. Well, where? Here? Oh, I don't know what to do now. Gonna try to go here, but this now becomes... Oh, check, they win my bishop. I can't do that. But I can't go here. Oh, but I'm getting mated. I'm getting mated or something. Knight here, what do I do? Rook here. Takes. I'm getting mated or something. Hopefully not. Sorry guys, but the tension that I'm feeling right now is just ridiculous. Oh, I'm losing the... Fuck. Sorry guys, but I'm just... This is just bad. Fuck. Sorry guys, but this is just very bad. Of course I'm just losing the rook. I was completely winning. Well, one thing is that I shouldn't get too angry when I lose. So this is good. I was just completely winning. Yeah, all the way. I know. I don't need Lichess to tell me that. It's not that I don't know, I know. Okay. This is very good because it trains my problem that I had, which is that I get angry when I lose. Well, I'm happy that I played well at least. Yeah, King h1, Queen f2 should have played Queen f2, huh? Okay, but I play King h1, this is wrong, I just take, and here I'm just completely winning. And Rook b8 and I'm just winning. Why did I start to have problems? This is completely winning. What is wrong with me? Takes? What's the variation? Oh, just taking. Just taking. Yeah, I should have just went for that. Rook and two bishops against queen. Queen b1, king g2, and here I should have played bishop f2. Yeah, but this is of course difficult to do psychologically, but I should have done that. I just should have done that. And just admit that it was wrong. Now this is a blunder. Bishop c5 is okay. This is a blunder because of bishop takes e6, rook takes, and again, oh, and this is just of course completely winning. Yes, this is just winning. Oh, this is so sad. And here I should have played rook d2. What? And this would have been equal, but I just took here, and this is now... I just hang a rook. Yes, this is just so bad. So it's still equal even if you give that bishop away. You just don't blunder the rook, huh? And this is just equal. Yeah, the 2 rooks are too powerful because I'm threatening mate. Instead here I just hallucinated. Yeah, I got the time pressure got me. This is so sad because I played so well and I could have won so many times. But this is just, see, this is something that the reason I get annoyed is because I am such, I'm not gonna say it, it's like, the reason I played this bad is just because my opponent is high rated. And he's not even high rated. I am so psychologically, I'm not gonna say it because I'm insulting myself too badly. I'm just not gonna say it. I was completely winning. I would have defeated him. I was winning. Unbelievable. And I was winning so many ways, so many times. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I should have just taken the 2. Why didn't I enter this? It's because I'm like, oh, it's winning other ways. Unreal, man. Unbelievable. I always do this. I always blew it up. I'm really fighting not to get super ultra mad because it's difficult. It's difficult. I guess getting mad is not useful, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I want to play again, but at the same time, the reason why I also blunder like this is because I'm tired, right? And this is undeniable. After you play for 2 hours, you can't be at top. But I really want to play again. But this is good because interrupting when I want to play again, as I said yesterday, makes me play good the next day. It's annoying because it's like I feel like today I played extremely well. Like perhaps I played better than I ever played. And then you look at today's result and he's down 16 points. It's just very annoying. It's just very annoying. But this also means that, you know, if I manage to play at this level again, but I'm more rested, I should gain a bunch of points eventually. So yeah, I'm also happy that I managed not to get that angry, even though I am a little bit, but I'm controlling it, which is good. I used to not be able to do it at all. Good. Also, I feel like better than I've ever played, like ever. I feel like I'm really at the top of my chess of my life. It's just very difficult to accept that, yes, chess is not enough to like improve. You also have to like be clinical until the last move. And yeah, that's just how it is. But yeah, I'm very happy. Logically, emotionally, I'm angry, but I'm controlling it, so that's good. I'm gonna close the video here, and I'm not gonna get mad off camera either, because that wouldn't make any sense. But I'm not able to control it. So if I was mad, I would show it even here, because I couldn't control it. I got mad a little bit when I realized that I was lost in the game. But okay, if it was like 1 or 2 weeks ago, now I would be like, you know, insulting myself and cursing like all the time, whereas instead I'm much more calm. This is really good. And with that more positive note, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your chess.